Ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka, ooka chaka, ooka, ooka.
Hi, this is Kara from Tiki Tie-Dye. I have a store at Etsy, which is tikitiedye.etsy.com. Today I'm going to show you how to mix urea water, which you must use when you're making your dye for your tie-dyes. I purchased my urea from nurseries, and in general you can buy them at any dye houses, but it's much cheaper as in bulk. Urea is a wettener when it comes to dye. It helps the dye flow, and they're like little balls. That's it. With urea, when you go to the nursery, you are usually dealing with some people that know something. A lot of times, though, you don't. So, what you're looking for is, it comes in different things. You look at the label. This is 46% urea nitrogen. That works. Pick it up, take it out of the store. When people start arguing with you, just grab your bag and leave. Okay? Because it works and it's what I want. Make sure it's little balls. And now, the mixture that I do is warm water, a half a cup of urea, and 1 quart of water. Warm water dissolves quicker. Just pour it on in and stir it up. You might need a smaller whisk. Anyway, I made if you're finding you're having difficulty with your urea and your dye not flowing really well, you might want to use a 1/4 or a half, it's really not scientific, a little bit of Centerpole, which is a textile soap, and I get mine at my dye house. It's messy right now, but that's Centerpole right there. I just pour it in my container, stir it up, get it to dissolve. I use this a lot. I make it a lot. I store it just like that in my little containers. So I always have lots of urea already pre-made. So I made this yesterday because I did a workshop. And so I'm going to use this. That can dissolve for a while. I found out the hard way that you can become allergic to anything very quickly. I became allergic the second time I used dye. Not by touching it. It's while it's in powder form. So it's important not to inhale the powder form of the dye. Mainly because it's such small particles. It just attacks your lungs, and I couldn't breathe. So this is Fire Red Fiber Reactive Dye. I buy it at Dharma, but you can buy it at a lot of different dye houses. I get the MX series of fiber reactive dye. Procion dye, sorry. It's a procion dye. Okay, then what I do, generally I'm just going to mix you a quick sample amount. This holds 8 ounces. So 1 full cup of urea water to 3 teaspoons of dye. Now, this is red, so it's 3 teaspoons, so it's 1 tablespoon, okay? So 1 tablespoon of red dye to 1 cup of urea water. The thing is, when I want a darker color, I add an additional tablespoon. If you do the ratio of 1 cup of urea to the tablespoons, okay? So I feel that the 1 tablespoon to 1 cup of dye is a really good ratio when you're talking about reds and yellows. Well, reds. When it comes to yellows, I add more of the powdered dye. When it comes to blues, I add an extra tablespoon of powdered dye. And when it comes to any blues or blacks, I include a half a teaspoon of sea salt. Just seems to help. So that's what I'm going to, right now, since I'm only doing fire red, it's a really easy color to seem to work with, for me at least. I'm going to put my mask on, show you how to do it. You can pause it or be entertained by me putting my mask on.
Hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah.